Okay, so you get stabbed, you wilding out in LA, you doing what you're doing, and you eventually end up going and moving with your mom. So was that a culture shock for you? Going
No,
from one place to
it
another?
was a little bit reversed. I was already with my mom. It was like I moved to LA and came back with. It's like I came with some of the shit I done learned from out there. It's weed and shit. I wasn't smoking weed that much, but I started smoking weed when I was 13. But I've always done music. Let's do that. Basketball and shit. I was a basketball player. I got hit by a car when I was, I think I was 12.
You done dodged death a couple times already.
Oh yeah, nigga, okay. That experience, I can remember it. Just imagine everything being black, nigga. But your conscience is there. You don't know what the fuck is going on.
So you were unconscious for
I was unconscious, nigga. I got hit by a car just being nosy. Somebody was on the street hitting cars and they jumped out and was bloody and ran down the street. So I wanted to see the blood and shit. I jumped on my bike and looked, tried to turn around, and nigga, I woke up in a hospital. I don't know what the fuck happened. But I've always done music.
And this happened when you were what age?
When I was 12. I was playing basketball too at that time. I was on travel teams and shit. And getting recruited to teams. Hey, come play for our team for this week, see how you do. All that kind of weird shit. All that weird scouting shit. I did all that. Broke my fucking legs. I fucked my knee up, but I broke my thigh bone. So I stopped playing basketball, started smoking.
And
how would you say, rehabilitated myself to be able to walk again, ride bikes and run and walk and run and all type of shit. And that and fucking what else?
So when you go out to or you go back to live with your mom, and is that when you got started with music, or is that?
Yep, I went harder on it. I went a little bit harder. Everybody's seen that I could rap, but I already could rap. I was just freestyling and shit. I made a song after I got hit by a car called "Gangsta Party," and that's what started that shit with the homie Fresh.
So this was when you was 12.
Yeah, this was when I was young. Yeah, in the middle. It's hard. It's kind of hard. It was like after it was. So it was like 7th grade, 8th grade, summer school. So
was that
I got
your first
hit.
song there?
Yeah, I did a song after that shit. After I was able to walk and shit, I had a walker actually. I used to walk with a walker, and I had a walker when I did that session. But I started rapping and I started playing it for people. I got new friends off of that shit. So I kind of hit high school that nigga. That could rap. Like, that was dope, and everybody knew that I could rap or whatever, or freestyle.
And everybody knew you got hit by a car.
Yeah, if I smoked a blunt, they knew. It
was almost like Superman.
Yeah, if I hit a blunt, this nigga gonna start rapping. Like, I used to be that nigga, like, that annoying nigga who just be rapping all day. But I stopped that. I don't do that shit no more. Niggas be like, freestyle. I be like, nah, nigga, go listen to my shit. I'm done freestyling that shit.
Yeah, speaking of that, we've been checking out your music, like I said. Your song Change It Up, we heard a couple of your songs, Cookies.
The song, no, I just ended up having to think for myself and try to make a name for myself. Not, I got features. I've had features and I got features with big names. Like my favorite features was Suicide. Shout out Suicide. He from North Carolina, or you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if it's right. I don't know. Riley, I think. I don't know. But I know he's from out there. That's my nigga. That's the first big name, and he does alternative music that I did a song with that actually was like, yeah. My boy Kevin picked that up, my engineer. Shout out Kevin too, Soft Factory, And shit, I did songs with a lot of people. Shout out Richie making Moolah from the West. Everybody from the West, nigga. I do music with people, and I'm reaching out to do more. But the Change It Up song and make it big and all that shit, the production behind that and all that shit, the beats, that's Bay Area shit. All that shit is Bay Area shit. I'm kind of influenced by the Bay Area a lot. I'm influenced by the West Coast, obviously Tupac, nigga. Like everybody like Tupac. Tupac was the bae, but then you get Too Short, you get E40, you get Mac Dre, you get Drew Down. Nigga, I can name so many niggas that I ended up listening to over the years. And like my style and what I do is based off like, I would call it California. My shit is California, nigga. It's not Los Angeles. It's not San Francisco. It's not Oakland. It's not this. It's not that. No, nigga, my sound is California.
Yeah, I get a very West Coast, a more modern West Coast vibe from your music nowadays.
Yeah, from all the great niggas that I've listened to, and people, and how those even songs even came about, nigga. I was listening to one of my favorite rappers is from New Orleans, Louisiana, Currency. I was listening to one of this nigga's album, driving home from work, and this nigga did an album with DJ Fresh. Like I like the Bay, obviously. So there's this DJ named DJ Fresh who does these Tonight shows. This is how I explain it to all the homies. Hey y'all, I ain't never heard of Tonight shows, nigga. Messy Marv and all type of niggas like from the Bay and shit. Niggas know about this shit. And Currency did one with him. And that's my favorite motherfucking rapper at this point in time of the COVID and shit. And I'm listening to this shit. It was a song called Give Me Some More. I'm listening to this shit. I make beats too. And I'm listening to this shit. And I just had a thought like, nigga, who the fuck made this beat, nigga? I already know who DJ Fresh is. But I'm not knowing this is DJ Fresh, the scratcher from back in the day that was making these beats that I was listening to. I didn't know it was him. I didn't know he made beats. I thought, he was just a DJ, He used to DJ for Nas and shit back in the day. I believe Common and people like that. And on tours and shit. He'd be a tour DJ for them. So I hit the nigga up, and that nigga hit me back. And I was like, oh shit, this nigga, because I told him, like, nigga, I'm a real nigga that do music. I ain't about to be doing no flashing. I ain't about to be, nigga, I ain't got no jewelry. Nigga, I wear jewelry, but I don't do no chain wearing. I don't do none of that shit until I'm blown up. I guess maybe I'll do it, but I don't do none of that. I just told him I grind it, how I'm getting down. Nigga, I work every day, and I put my motherfucking craft, all my money into my craft. And that nigga respected that shit. And he gave me Make It Big. It was actually something like a pack, and I had to go through and listen to some shits. It was 2 beats that I wanted to do. My cousin was like, nah, nigga, that one. Make It Big was the first one I did. So nigga, boom, did Make It Big with DJ Fresh. Niggas like that shit. Everybody like that shit.
And we noticed you had Skies on the track.
That's my big brother.
Have you guys been making music together for a while, or is it just like you guys just got together?
Since day one. That's the nigga I try to be like, lyrically. I don't want to be just like him, but...
So he was rapping first?
No. Yeah, we both started rapping at the same time. We've always been in the studio. My Uncle Jay, rest in peace. I was always in the studio. Since nigga, I could remember opening my eyeballs. As a baby, probably too. There was a studio in the house. It had to be. But him and that's the main reason why I started doing music, because my uncle always had the studio upstairs or something, or he would come, we'd be playing and shit, and he'd come and fucking like, hey, can y'all do something on the mic real quick? Yell, scream, have my little homies or something. And that's how it started until we started rapping. He didn't know we was rapping though. I ended up starting a group too.
Yeah, we seen you mention your uncle a lot, so he was a big influence on your music.
Hell yeah. No, hell yeah. That was a shocker. He died out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
And I stopped doing music. I didn't even want to do music no more. I couldn't even listen to it, nigga. Like, I didn't even want to hear me, nothing. But shit, I just remembered all the shit he used to tell me. Phone calls and shit, like, nigga, never stop doing music. I started remembering that shit, so I started doing more music. That's when the Make It Bigs and shit came out. And I started doing cookies. I started releasing more music to get heard, because I have a lot of songs, and I wasn't putting songs out. I wasn't letting people hear it or something. Like, I just let the homies hear it or something. But then I started putting music out.
So you say that would be that's your inspiration for
hell yeah, my
pushing,
uncle. And
pushing
even though
forward.
I had a group, I was in a group with my uncle started a group, my brother and my cousin Trey fam. A lot of people know about that shit overseas, and a lot of grown people know about it. It was back in like, babe, I'll say it started in like 2012, 2010 maybe or something. A lot of shows. I done rapped with a lot of people off this group. I done been on a lot of stages with this group. Shit. One of the first people I could probably remember sharing the stage with was Hobson. And Hobson wasn't by himself first. He had a homie too that was dope as fuck. I don't remember his name, but them niggas, I'd have been around the presence of real ass rap niggas. And that's my whole thing too. It's like my shit different. So it's make people kind of run away from my shit. They don't want to hear that shit. Niggas want to hear Gunna and them. I listen to Gunna and Spotty and Gotti sometimes. Like sometimes,
We
nigga, I
heard
listen.
the news.
Like
He just
right
got
now,
shot.
no, yeah, like right now, nigga. I'm gonna tell you my favorite nigga right now is Pooh Shiesty. For some reason, he bring back that like 3-6 Mafia shit.
Right, yeah.
And I could tolerate that shit.
I like Pushesty, yeah.
A lot of people gravitate into that, but I'm over here on the like rap side, hip hop side. I can do that. I got a whole lot of gang shit. Y'all done heard that song before. I can do all that shit, but now that I'm changing it up, coming 2022, it's gonna be a whole nother nigga. Y'all gonna be like, what the fuck?
Hence the name of the song. Change it up.
Change it up.
Y'all go check that out.
That's a what they call that at the end of a show, a fucking cliffhanger. I'm leaving y'all with that. That video is a cliffhanger.